Avast there! The whole of me wretched life I've been a-searching for a fabled treasure, a prize whose riches would make even the saltiest of seamen weak in the knee. 'Tis true, thousands of priceless questions been conceived o'er the years, enjoyed by all, from the kingliest of blue stockings to the lowest of lubbers. But a rare cargo of the most treasured trivia trinkets was forever lost in the briny deep one stormful night in the tempestuous sea, Era. Then, one fateful day, I founded myself washed ashore on a god-forsaken dune somewheres off the Isle of Tortuga. Marooned. 'Twas at that moment that I seen it, jutting out of the sand like a breachin' mermaid showing off her nipperkins. The fabled treasure chest. As I hoisted the lid, I knew me voyage was over, for I had finally unearthed Jack Gold. But this, me hearties, be where me tale take a devilish turn. Discovering the gold unleashed upon meself a curse so hellish that even the mighty Kraken would cower in its propinquity. Whilst someday I hopes to be freed from this torturesome limbo, I sit here before you, for lo, these everlasting years hewn into the living rock of this accursed trivia nightmare, performing without end the most wretched of unholy tasks. Ahoy there. Look, before ye tell me the number of players and all that, I be needing your help. See, I be trapped in this hellish game, and it be up to ye to free me from me eternal damnation. Now, ye must try to amass the largest fortune possible to free me from me doom. But remember, answer carefully, for me fate, it be in your hands. Okay, I'll get back to me job. Oh, please don't zap me. And the number of sailors is what? Perhaps you didn't hear. How many be playing? Inscribe your name with yon computer. Got it. Aye, your buzzer is the letter B, as in bilge-sucking toad liquor. Now here's how things they are going to work. You buzz in to answer a question, and then you hit a 1, 2, 3, or 4 if it's a multiple choice question, or you type your answer if it's a fill in the blank. Aye, 'tis true. And now ye must set sail. Smooth waters be with ye, but beware the song of the sirens. Heave away.
It's time for the game where high culture and pop culture collide.
Yeah, welcome to You Don't Know Jack. Just me and you this time around, huh? Hey, what does that say that nobody else wanted to hang out with you? Damn, what does it say about me? And we're off. Time to make a choice. Well, if it isn't my old friend, the royal jewels on display. Looks like this one's going for $2,000. Forward, march. If you walked in on Prince Charles and his sons while they were relieving themselves in a men's room, what would be the least accurate thing to say? My, that sure is Harry. Whoa, nice Willie. Aw, I'll tell you what, this'll be our little secret. Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? He's got a Willie and a Harry, but Prince Charles definitely has no Peter. And luckily, he doesn't have a son named Richard. Time to select a category. Category. Simon Says, touch your... whatever that is. This one can net you $4,000. Hey, you know that kids game where you sing head, shoulders, knees, and toes while you touch your head, shoulders, knees, and toes? Well, which mythological creature can fully participate in a game of head, shoulders, knees, and toes? Cyclops, Hydra, Mermaid, or Centaur? The Cyclops has a head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Oh, and maybe after that game, you can play I Spy Something with My Single Giant Gelatinous Eye. Time to choose a category. Well done. You've just chosen a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat question is, he thinks he's so big. Now, I'm going to read off the names of 7 TV characters, and for each one, I want you to tell me if the character is large, in charge, or both. As you see each one, if it's someone who's, large, press 1. If it's someone who's in a position of authority, press 2. Press 3 if it's both. And if you want to skip one, press 4. 1,000 big ones for each one you get right. And I'm taking away $1,000 for the ones you get wrong or you don't get to. All right, I'm putting 30 seconds on the clock, and we're off. Rerun from What's Happening, Large. The Skipper from Gilligan. Both. Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince. Papa Smurf. Boss Hog. One more. Charles. Hey, you got 4 right. Great job of guessing. Let's throw that onto your total. Hey, better than losing money. Pick a category. This category is Intercontinental Breakfast, Tang, and Tube Steak. And you pocket $4,000 if you get this one right. So maybe you've heard about this new International Space Station thing that's orbiting the Earth. Yeah, 16 countries are a part of it. But tell me this, if an International House of Pancakes opens on the International Space Station, which of these items will probably not be on the breakfast menu? No. Canada's part of the space station team. The Russians and the U.S. each designed part of it, and the Canadians, threw in a case of Moosehead. Here's a good answer. Colombia is not one of the 16 countries currently part of the International Space Station. They're too busy dealing with their powdered sugar cartels. Go ahead, pick a category. Here we have Blind Date in the Love Canal. This one's worth $4,000. Hey kids, it's howdy doody time. If the sperm and egg that created you told the story of where they first met, what would they most likely say? In the fallopian tube, oh, it was magic. In the vagina, it was love at first sight. In the uterus, we knew right away. Or in the ovary, we bumped into each other. Ovary? Boy, do you have egg on your face. Oh, I see. You're a test tube baby. If they got together and made something happen, they had to have gotten together in the fallopians. It's no Catskills, but at least it was warm. Tell me which category you want. The category is, the FDA does not approve of PDA. And this one's worth 2 big ones. Let's see here. Headline, comics, classified. Oh my God! Get this. The world's heaviest woman, 800 pounds, had a baby with world's heaviest man, 900 pounds. If the headline said, that family is actual ton of fun, would the baby weigh? A ton of fun would be 2,000 pounds of loving family. But otherwise, the article makes them out to be a pretty normal family. PTA members, suburban house... Oh my God. These people have never seen The Sopranos. Freaks! Burn them! How about picking a category? All rise. The Jack Attack is now in session. Pay attention to the items I show you. Buzz in when you see 2 that match. If you're right, you make money. If you're wrong, you lose money. And try to remember...
Remember the clue.
The match has to make sense with this clue. Just hit the shift key and presto. Now no cheating looking at your keyboard. score. That's the game. Hey, congratulations on a spectacularly average performance. Wait a second, we've got the president on the line. He's got a message for you. He says,
"You don't know Jack."
It's time for the game where high culture and pop culture collide.
hello there, my name's Schmitty. Hey, could you do me a favor and smile real pretty? Great, that goes straight to my website. All right, let's do it. So, what's it gonna be? Okay, give it up for Hot Time in the Old Barn Tonight. Pay attention, because this one's worth $6,000. See what you can do with this one. If William Hurt's character in the film Body Heat needed even more body heat to satisfy him, which of the following would give him the most pleasure? An opossum, a duck, a sheep, or although mighty satisfying, a sheep will not provide the hottest action. Or so I'm told. For the curious, here's the right answer. At 107.8 degrees Fahrenheit, a duck will give him the hottest animal action. But you better be careful, because a duck will just love you and leave you. That's just the way of the duck. Take it from a guy who knows. Go ahead and pick one of these. Get yourself ready for I Am King of My Imaginary World. $2,000 at stake on this one. Okay, here comes an analogy, so get ready. King Henry VIII is to England as King Friday is to... Just as Henry VIII ruled England, King Friday rules the neighborhood of make-believe on Mr. Rogers. Of course, people have suspected for years that Friday is really nothing more than a puppet king. Wanna pick a category? This one's called Grandchildren of the World, Unite! How does $4,000 sound? Hey, you know that old grandpa trick of pulling a quarter out from behind the grandkid's ear? Well, you know, there's also such a thing as inflation. So, if the Grandchildren's Union demands a 20% increase in pay, how much money will grandfathers now have to start pulling out from behind?
You big dummy.
Does this ring a bell? I understand that next the union's gonna go after other pressing grandkid issues like break time from lap sitting and regulation of ear hair length. Time to select a category. What in the... I can't read this.
Anagram question.
Your category for today is, attention, boo-boo department. The opening value for this one is $10,000. When you know what the real answer is, buzz in and start typing, and do it fast, because I'll be taking away some cash every couple of seconds. And remember, spelling counts. Okay, unscramble the letters in this to figure out what it's an anagram for. Are we clear? A pus fax. Go for it. Type. You know, the old Schmitty would have let that bother him. But no, the new Schmitty just fucks with your score. Well, that was a tricky one because the X is silent. Well, I'm not surprised you're unfamiliar with that term. You're probably more familiar with the American version, up. How about picking a category? Your category is Queen's English My Arse. $4,000 if you get this. Heads up, here it comes. What's a brekkie of bangers and bickies? A parade of cars and motorcycles, a meal of sausages and biscuits. Bangers and bickies are sausage and biscuits. Just be careful when you order more than one.
Right, I'd like to bang a bickies. Ow! Blimey, what'd I say?
Time to choose a category. Well, what do we have here? For heaven's sake, protect your cup. This one's worth $6,000. All right, see if you can tell me who might have placed the following ad. Lost. Grail. Can't believe I lost the bloody thing. No pun intended. Last had near Glastonbury. Great sentimental value. Part of a dinner set. Reward for the virtuous finder. The Holy Grail was supposedly used to collect blood from the wounds of Jesus and brought to England by Joseph of Arimathea. You know, you'd think he'd pack something a little more sensible for the trip. Like a toothbrush. Time to make a choice. You're almost through, but first, the attack. You should already know how this works. Let's not waste any more time. Need a clue? You wear the mustache, I'll wear the cape. And I'll get to Scotland before ye. Nicely done, huh? Let's see what you did to your score. There it is. You know, you kind of remind me of a dead animal on the side of the road on a hot summer day. You stink. Listen closely now. There's a fly buzzing in your ear. It's saying,
You don't know Jack!
It's time for the game where high culture and the pop culture collide together.
How you doing? Schmitty here. So glad you could make it. This was at the top of my to-do list. Okay, boot camp's over. Time for battle. Pick a category. For your enjoyment, a beer and a 1,000-pound man, please. We're talking $6,000 here, so pay attention. Okay, here's what freaks me out. That guy with the crazy fingernails in the Guinness Book of World Records, they curl. I mean, some of that stuff in there is just weird. Like this. What would be the record for the earliest record recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records? Tonight, wrong answers and the players who love them. Well, no records are being set here, are they? Before then, your only recognition for being unique was the ridicule you'd receive from friends, family, and passers-by. Go ahead, pick a category. For your viewing pleasure, nature is one big toilet. Get it right, I'm handing over $4,000. Brace yourself, this might sting a little. Which of our nation's glorious natural wonders would make the best Old Faithful shoots water straight up in the air there, just like a bidet, so a wild animal might ought to use it to clean those tough-to-reach places. Which certainly answers that question. Yes, bears do in the woods. So, what's it gonna be? How did you know this question was a dis or dat? And this dis or dat questions category is, that's very fishy. Tell you what, I'll read off 7 words, and for each one, you tell me if it's a famous model of bass guitar or a type of bass fish. As you see each one, if it's a... Well, someone's done this before. Here's your 30 seconds. Let the games begin. Striper, guitar, rock, stingray, ripper, smallmouth, rainbow, last one, rap. Only one wrong. Pretty damn good, cowboy. Let's put that into your total. All right, there you go. You can thank me later. Go ahead and pick one of these. Open wide and get ready for Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers? Better wake up, because there's $6,000 at stake here. Eyes forward, we're going. If you're being spied upon by a spring peeper, what's gawking at you? A flower, a frog, a tool. Say, speaking of tools, have you heard the expression as dumb as a bag of hammers? I could have given you some cash if you picked this one. A spring peeper is a little tree frog. Yeah, it's got a really interesting call, too. Sounds a little something like this. Hey, baby, show me the goods. That's right. Want to pick a category? And I believe this one's called, My, Those Are Some Hairy Palms. This one can net you $4,000. Here's the question. If an American werewolf travels to London with a brand new passport, for how long can he terrorize abroad before needing to renew it? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years? Your typical U.S. passport is valid for 10 years. Of course, he'll probably want a new photo as well to show off his fancy new body beard. Tell me which category you want. Well, look what I found. Stop talking to your balls. How does $4,000 sound? Okay, in the movie Castaway, Tom Hanks makes friends with a Wilson volleyball and calls it Wilson. I know, it's a movie, okay? If Tom Hanks' character were to look for other brand-name sporting equipment friends when he returned home, with which of these would he least likely become pals? Spalding, the emotional basketball. Dunlop. They're all real balls, except Harrison. Hey, but let me tell you something. In a Castaway situation, that Rawlings attitude gets really old really quick.
Oh, is that your coconut? Oh, I don't need to eat.
Stupid baseball. Time to choose a category. Welcome to the Jack Attack. Now, you know all about this. All you need is to get a clue. Who's in charge around here anyway? Time to show off what you've got. Have fun. Let's take a look at your final score. That's the game. Hey, way to go. Who knew that playing with yourself could be so rewarding? You see, this is how those dirty, bad, filthy habits start. Now, lean back, close your eyes, and say,
You don't know Jack!
Yo.
Welcome to You Don't... Oh, it's just you. Okay, put down the instruction manual. It's time to get started. Time to make a choice. Let's take a look at how many points is MORON worth. Give me a correct answer, I'll give you $6,000. All right, tuck it in. We're moving. Which of the following versions of Scrabble would have the most pieces? Japanese, Sanskrit, Arabic, or Chinese? What? The Chinese language has roughly 50,000 characters in their alphabet.
Hey, that's not a word. You're just throwing down squiggly lines randomly.
No, it's a word. It means fortune cookie.
Go ahead and pick one of these. Let's have a big warm welcome for In Battles of the Sexes, There Is No Wiener. This one's worth $4,000. Hey, you know that movie Where the Boys Are, where the girls go on spring break to where the boys are? If the girls from Where the Boys Are go to school where the boys aren't, which of these schools do they most likely attend? Amherst College, Wellesley College, Oberlin College, or Colgate University? See, now me, I wouldn't have gone this way. So you don't lose any sleep over it. Wellesley is a college for women, just like Michigan State. Yeah, you heard me, baby. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. Go blue.
Woo!
Go ahead, pick a category. Well, give yourself a round of applause. You've just chosen a dis or dat. This dis or dat category name is My Country. 'Tis of G. Okay, I'll show you 7 phrases, and for each one, I'd really like you to tell me if it's U.S. state motto or the title of a Chuck Norris movie. As each one. All right, if you already know how to play, I'm just going to put 30 seconds on the clock then. Let's do it. In God we trust. Hero in the tent. Good guys were. Wars, vengeance. Groups of one. We're free or die. Last one. Gee, you only got 4 of them right. Well, no surprises here. Let's look at your score. Well, you wanted a little help, and that's exactly what you got. Pick a category. Up next, soak it down and shake it up. And this baby's worth 6,000 big ones. Okay, suppose for just a moment that MTV expands its extremely tasteful spring break coverage with the highbrow Wives of King Henry VIII wet t-shirt contest. Hey, it could happen. Hey, it's Anne Boleyn's turn to be soaked down in the wet t-shirt contest. According to legend about her anatomy, what would most likely be the crowd's reaction? Say what? She's a Siamese twin? Whoa. Dude. Yeah, as rumor has it, Anne Boleyn not only had 6 fingers on one hand, she had a 3rd breast. Isn't God great? When he gives you an extra finger, at least he gives you something to do with it. Time to select a category. Hey, I know. How about their parents? So they got it right at least once. Get it right, I'm handing over $4,000. Put your head between your knees. We're going down. If your mom and dad were total science geeks, how might they begin your birds and the bees talk? Let's see about the Mustelidae and Suidae. It's time to talk about the Avis and Apis. Let's discuss the Felidae and Canidae. Or, you should know, the Eques and Bovidae. The total spazoids that you call parents will be discussing the Avis and Apis, or birds and bees. Oh, and by the way, if they decide to do a live visual demonstration, run for your life. How about picking a category? We call this one, I just Beowulfed on my shoes. $4,000 if you get this. All right, let's do it. Which of these statements is made by someone speaking Old English and not simply someone who's been drinking Old English malt liquor?
You have a game, see your face and gutter.
Okay, how about we try it in modern English? You really suck. Did you understand that? Good. The correct answer is, that's from Beowulf, the epic poem written in Old English. Little known fact, Beowulf is just the Old English spelling of keg party. Wanna pick a category? You are about to embark upon the attack. You should already know all about the Jack attack. So let's get right to it. Here's your clue. Where you heading? And can you give me a lift? I'll just throw my amp in the back. Nothing to write home about, but not too shabby. Let's see your score. There it is. Well, you did all right, but I still can't help but feel like a high school guidance counselor lecturing you about living up to your full potential. Of course, a brutally honest guidance counselor would tell you,
You don't know Jack!
Run, you will run! For the run! Keep it up, run!
How you doing? Schmitty here. So glad you could make it. This was at the top of my to-do list. Now, shall we see if you've been paying attention? Tell me which category you want. Shake hands with, in my day, CDs only cost $12. And you pocket $4,000 if you get this one right. Yes, we've all heard of the old conundrum, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, which came first, MTV or Britney Spears? MTV by about 4 months, Britney by about 6 months. Oh, you mean back when Perry Como was a VJ? Take a look at this. Both MTV and Britney debuted in 1981. MTV on August 1st, Britney on December 2nd. Of course, some people would say that an appearance by Britney in her birthday suit would beat out a video by the Buggles any day. So, what's it gonna be? This one's called 4 and Several Chin Beards Ago. This one's worth $6,000. Alas, being the president of this great nation means you have some pretty big shoes to fill. In fact, what was President Abraham Lincoln's shoe size? Size 9, size 12, size 14, or size 17? Can't you do anything right? Here's the one you didn't pick. Abe wore a big old size 14 shoe. Honest. Yep, Lincoln's feet were so big that sometimes when he couldn't find shoes that fit him, he had to wear stovepipe hats on his feet. Or so I've been told. Pick a category. All right, flesh, butt, spits, I'm poor.
It's time for glitter fast man.
Let's take a look at your category. I am the smell of fear. Right out of the gate, this one's gonna be worth 10 grand. All right, I'm gonna show you a gibberish phrase. When you know what it rhymes with, buzz in. The quicker you move, the more cash you can make. Okay, tell me, with what famous person's name does this rhyme? Him a flea. Fear me. Oh, and don't get too hung up on the punctuation, okay? You want it, you got it. Type in the answer and hit what the fuck? Come on, I thought we were done with this bullshit. Look, I can't kick you in the shins, so I guess I'm gonna have to fuck with your score again. Don't try to tell me you've never heard of the great proponent of LSD, Himifly Fear Me. You must be on a pretty bad trip. It's cool. We're all friends here. Just ride it out, man. Time to choose a category. Coming at you. My brain just sprung a leak. $4,000 if you get this. Okay then, let's rock. Say you were so drunk during spring daylight saving time that instead of springing ahead, you fell back. How far back could you fall and still end up with the correct time? How do you say, no? Okay, now here's a good answer. Setting your clock back 47 hours is the same as setting it ahead 1 hour. Really? Some kind of magic thing. Either way, you're still going to end up with a VCR that flashes 12 o'clock. Want to pick a category? I'm calling this one Hats Entertainment. And this baby's worth 6,000 big ones. Let's go. Which of these is not an actual place where you can hang your hat? Fedora, Italy, Fez, Morocco, Derby, England, or some... What the hell are you thinking? Here's the right answer. Travel all you want to. You ain't gonna find a fedora in Italy. But I'll tell you, you won't believe what they put on their heads in Jacques-Strap, France. Go ahead, pick a category. May I introduce things that go, howdy, big boy, in the night. Better wake up, because there's $6,000 at stake here. Open wide. Which of these would make for the wettest wet dream? A titillating dream about 1 gallon of water. Ah, look who uses rubber sheets.
Billy? What are these water jugs doing under your bed?
Nothing. I just buy them for the labels.
Time to make a choice. Welcome to the Jack Attack. Now, you should already know all about this. Heads up, here's your clue. What else do they call you? You know, when you can't afford top shelf. Good luck. So I hope it made you stronger. Let's see if it killed your final score. That's the game. Oh, don't tell me. You were playing on one of those bizarro keyboards? Yeah, well, welcome to my world. I do forget Jack. I mean...
You don't know Jack!
Hello there, this is You Don't Know Jack. I'm Schmitty, and you are playing by yourself. Don't worry, nothing to be ashamed of. I've tried it. Now then, I hope you packed a lunch, because it's time to get started. Time to select a category. He's high. Pay attention, because this one's worth $6,000. Whoa, you know who's way out there? What planet is Ozzy Osbourne from? The one with the shortest rotation, the one with the largest moon, the fifth largest one in the solar system, or the closest one to Mercury? Anyone? Man, you know, you're kind of weird, too. Sure, Ozzy's from Earth, the fifth largest planet. Or as he likes to say, I was just a planet. How about picking a category? Allow me to introduce Hands on Several Hard Bodies. $2,000 for this, baby. Okay, you know what movie I love? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Those aren't pillows. It's funny. Hey, wouldn't it be great if they made a sequel with a bigger budget where those guys had to do it all again, but with flashier vehicles? If John Candy and Steve Martin had actually traveled on planes, trains, and automobiles, which of these, in order, would they have taken? Super Chiefs, Firebirds, and MiGs, MiGs, Super Chiefs, and Firebirds. A MiG's a plane, a Super Chief's a train, and guess what? A Firebird is a car. Put them all together and it spells high comedy. Well, not really, but you get the point. Tell me which category you want. Here's a little something I call basketball teams that need more short white guys. Get it right? I'm handing over $4,000. Now, you know as well as I do that the Harlem Globetrotters have had a lot of folks join them over the years, but when you look down their roster, there's some real clunkers in there. Who of the following is not an honorary Harlem Globetrotter? Pope John Paul II, Henry Kissinger, Bob Hope, or Billy Crystal? Bob Nope. Does this ring a bell? As we go to press, Billy Crystal is not an honorary Globetrotter. I guess Billy's sense of comedic timing just hasn't matured to the point where he can handle the bucket of confetti properly. Go ahead and pick one of these. Well, look at you. You've just chosen a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat is not the breadsticks. No! Alrighty, I'm gonna read off 7 names here, and for each one, you ought to consider telling me if it's a theme restaurant or a horror movie. As each one... Okay, you've been through this. I'm just gonna put your 30 seconds on the clock then. It's showtime. The Bad Seed. TGI. Tanner. Last one sucks. Wow, you were on fire there. 7 out of 7. Let's throw this onto your score. Did you enjoy that? I sure did. So, what's it gonna be? Let's see what we got going. Hell no, we won't grow. This one's worth $4,000. See if you can wrap your head around this. What would angry pro-bacteria protesters most likely chant outside the offices of an antibacterial soap company? Simple protozoa are being slaughtered. Who answers the cries of the fungi? Complex algae are the innocent victims. Or single-cell microorganisms have... Bacteria are simple one-cell microorganisms.
Yeah, man, I never wash my hands after using the toilet. There's a cute little bacteria commune living on them. They got little festivals and stuff.
Pick a category. This category is known as Fashion Emergency Indeed. This one can net you $4,000. Ready? Here's the question. If GQ, or Gentleman's Quarterly, featured cover models who were drawn and quartered, how would the men appear? Robed with forks stuck through their chins, headless with burnt entrails cut into fourths, nude with limbs tied to 4 running horses, or stretched with hands and feet strapped to bars. You know, that's what I always thought drawn and quartered meant. But then, like you, I was a complete idiot. Here's the one the winners pick. They'd be headless, their entrails would be pulled out and burned, and their bodies would be cut into 4 pieces. And you just know that, like, in a week, every guy in America would be doing it. Tell me which cat... Well, you've made it to the Jack Attack. Now, you should already know all about this. Let's not waste any more time. Need a clue? Here come the judge. Court is now in session. Something stinks, and since you're the only one here, it must be you. Let's assess the damage. There it is. Wow, that game was so well played, it reminded me of, well, I tend to forget a lot of things these days. Oh, but I won't forget to tell you this.
You don't know Jack!
Yo.
Hi there, this is You Don't Know Jack, and I'm Schmitty, and I am here all for you, just for you, because apparently you couldn't find anybody else to hang out with. Are there any questions? Too bad, time to begin. Go ahead, pick a category. Get yourself ready for lovable children's TV character. Think again. This one's worth 2,000 simoleons. All right, this one's a fill in the blank. So you buzz in, then you type in your answer. You got it? Between Smurfette, the Cookie Monster, Barney, and Huckleberry Hound. Come on, take it! Barney's not blue, he's purple. I believe he's modeled after the dinosaur known to paleontologists as Singing Saurus Rex. Time to make a choice. Category, yanking the old sheepshank. This baby's gonna get you $26,606.06 if you answer correctly.
No! No!
Ahoy there!
What was that? Did you hear that? Okay, all right, whatever. I don't know what that was, but damn ears. Okay then, say, who likes questions about seamen? Old seamen threw a knotted rope over the stern of the ship to gauge its speed. What was the length between the knots? 10.25 inches, 47.33 feet, 1.85 kilometers, or 1.15 miles. You knew that? That's unbelievable. Yeah, it's 47.33 feet. That is amazing.
The curse!
All right, now come on. You had to have heard that this time. All right, come on. Who are you? Come out here and show yourself. Hello? Mother? Want to pick a category? This one's called Batter Up, and you pocket $4,000 if you get this one right. So you've heard how if guys need to control themselves during the sex act, they ought to think about baseball? Well, because the players were on strike, in which year would a guy not have been able to think about baseball? 1980. Yeah, baby. Because of the 1994 baseball strike, the season ended early, just like the sex. Time to select a category. Well done. You've just chosen a dis or dat. And this dis or dat questions category is, it only sounds dirty. Okay, I'm going to read off 7 definitions, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a definition of the word cock, a definition of the word prick, or both. As each, I see you got this thing down. I'm just going to put you 30 seconds on the clock, all right? And we're off. Puncture with a needle, cock, prick, effect with anger, strut, air, cause wine to ferment. Set the hammer on a gun. Pop up a cricket ball. One more. Set. Hey, you got 2 of them right, and you kept all the colors in the lines, too. Well done. Oh, well, live and learn, right? You just need to learn a bit more. How about picking a category? May I introduce Bachman captured, Turner still at large. How does $4,000 sound? Okay, free your mind. Which of these is the ultimate survivor story? Man escapes by poking eye of the tiger. Against all odds, man eats own leg. Small boy unhurt, spat out by man-eater. Or woman fends off maniac on dance floor. The band Survivor had a big hit with the song Eye of the Tiger. For some reason, their follow-up single, Nose of the Water Buffalo, never really hit the charts. Go ahead. Well, what do we have here? Traveling with your ignorant and ignorunkle. Give me a correct answer, I'll give you $6,000. So, when in Rome, do as the Romans. Okay. So, how would you complete this? When in Turkmenistan, do as the Turkish. Do as the Turkmen. Sure, and then the people in Turkmenistan will tell you to go back to Turkey, where Turkish people live. I can't take you anywhere. You want to see what the smart money says? My close personal friends in Turkmenistan are known as Turkmen. However, the people of Pakistan are not Pac-Men. That'd just be silly. Time to choose a category. Welcome to the Jack Attack. Now, you know all about this. So let's get right to it. Here's your clue. Rhymes with chunt. Get your mind out of the gutter and your finger on your buzzer. You know, you really ought to learn how to read before you play a Jack Attack. Let's see how you do with numbers. That's the the game. Wow, that was an intense game. That was really thrilling. You were by far the best player we had. Now do me a favor. Look to your left, now look to your right, and repeat after me.
You don't know Jack!
Just you? This is all you're it? Well, I guess I have the time. Okay, take your seats, please. It's time for liftoff. So, what's it gonna be? For your viewing pleasure, crawling back tipsy to my baby. And you pocket $4,000 if you get this one right. Hey, have you ever been on a pub crawl? You know, where you basically go from bar to bar? How that differs from a regular night of drinking, I'll never know. Anywho, if a blues musician were to organize a pub crawl that followed the usual progression of a blues song, how many bars would he visit that night? 4, 8, 10, or 12? Gee, let me guess. You think of the Moody Blues as good blues music. Should have picked this one. The chord progression of a blues song is usually 12 bars long, hence the term 12-bar blues. And after 12 bars, you stand a pretty good chance of finding yourself passed out in some muddy waters. Pick a category. I'm calling this one the death of the party. $4,000 if you get this. Okay, grab a chip and get ready to dip. Which of these is the best example of double dipping? Dipping a Dorito into 2 gene pools. Dipping a Frito into 2 government incomes. Dipping a... Double dipping is the practice of drawing 2 incomes from the government. Which explains why so many people stick their fingers into the French onion dip. They're not looking for a lost chip. They're looking for loose change. Time to make a choice. Well, look at you. You've just chosen a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat question is, no child of mine is going on stage dressed like that. Now, I'm going to read off 7 statements, and for each one, you've got to tell me if it's something your roadie would say to you, something your mother would say to you, or both. As I say, hey, I'm ready if you are. Give me 30 seconds on that clock. Let the games begin. Let me raise the guitar level. I didn't raise you. Rock on, brother. Limo. I'm not. One. You only got 3 right, my friend. That's not very pretty. Well, okay, obviously we've got some room for improvement. Go ahead, pick a category. The category is, those were the bad fashion days. This one can net you $4,000. Yep, nobody embodies working man's pride quite like Archie Bunker, right? I mean, heck, the guy wears his blue collar like a badge of honor. Well, if our blue-collar hero started sporting a Nehru jacket, which of these hilarious quips would he probably make? I'm a square-collar worker, dingbat. I'm a no-collar... That hip men's fashion statement, the Nehru jacket, basically had no collar. It was very popular for, I don't know, about as long as Maude. Time to choose a category. Let's see what we got going. Keep the cheesecake off the beefcake. We're talking $6,000 here, so pay attention. All right, let's face it. The internet has something for every pervert out there. Hey, and if dirty pictures don't float your boat, how about pictures of filthy food? To which of these websites would an Orthodox Jew go in search of dirty pictures? www.parva.com, www.hasidic.com, www.kosher.com, or www.trach.com. Hasidic.com. Oh yeah, baby. I can't get enough of those side curls. The correct answer is, according to Jewish dietary laws, anything that is unclean or unfit for eating is treif. And in my humble opinion, there is nothing more arousing than naked scraps of pork. Time to select a category. Up next, you couldn't get a date with a calendar. Get it right, I'm handing over $4,000. Perhaps you've heard the expression, April is the cruelest month. It comes from a poem. Aren't I fancy? Anyway, if April really is the cruelest month, which month would it most likely make fun of for having a Fat Tuesday? February, May, August, or December? Fat Tuesday, the celebratory day before the Lenten season begins, always falls in February or March. Boy, not only does February have a Fat Tuesday problem, the kids also make fun of it for being so short. Tell me which category you want. You are about to embark upon the attack. You should already know how this works. Heads up, here's your clue. Welcome to my world. Hope your bags are packed. Bon voyage. Not too bad, but not too great, considering you didn't have any competition. Let's see your score. There it is. You know, if I had to choose one word to describe this game, I'd choose, Now, if I had to choose 4 words to describe you, I'd choose...
You don't know Jack!
By yourself today, huh? Well, don't worry. I'm going to harass you so much, it'll be like having an annoying little sidekick right there next to you. And we're off. The category's going to be, why are there no superheroes named Harold? This one's worth $4,000. So you know how the superhero Captain America runs around carrying a shield, right? Well, here's the thing. If the star on Captain America's shield were there as a heraldic symbol, what would it mean? He's married. He's a prince. His father was killed in battle, or he's the 3rd son in his family. You should have bought a vowel. What do you say we check out the right answer? In heraldry, the 3rd son is designated by a 5-pointed star called a mullet. So, yes, Captain America has a mullet on that shield of his. Eventually, he wants to add a little Camaro and perhaps an AC/DC sticker. So, what's it going to be? Well, look what I found. The greatest show in hell. How does $4,000 sound? Ready? Catch this. Imagine if Barnum and Bailey's circus had as many rings as Dante's vision of hell. How many rings of There are 9 circles of hell. And all of them are filled with elephant poo. How about picking a category? How did you know this question was a dis or dat? The category for this dis or dat is SUVs, spaceships, and Steve Perry. Oh my! All right, I'm going to read you off 7 names, and for each one, why don't you tell me if it's a vehicle made by the Ford Motor Company, the name of a Journey album, or both. As each one comes up, if it's a Ford... All right, Charles in charge, you think you know the rules? I'm just going to put 30 seconds on the clock. It's showtime. Explorer. Evolution. Ford Journey. Excursion. Escape. Sorry, it's both. Escort. Expedition. That one. Road. You missed 4 out of 7? How do you look at yourself in the mirror? Well, don't worry about it. I don't think you totally suck. Yet. Go ahead and pick one of these. Week call this one the celebrity dating game. Let's go $2,000 for this one. Let's do it. Suppose the Baldwin brothers asked the Mandrell sisters out on a date. Who would be left going solo? 1 Baldwin brother, 2 Mandrell sisters, 3 Baldwin brothers, or 4 Mandrell sisters? 2 leftover Mandrell sisters. Please don't tell the Oak Ridge boys. They're just like totally dying to go out with them. It's embarrassing. Hey, if you got a minute, take a look at this. 1 lonely Baldwin brother would be left to entertain himself. And I'm guessing it'd be the one with the raspy voice and the dark hair. No, the other one. Pick a category. Your category is in and out of sync. And you pocket $4,000 if you get this one right. 1 question coming right up. If a music executive tried to make a boy band out of the boys from Brazil, which of these would teenage girls be screaming?
Ooh, the cute Nazi is my favorite. I want to be with the bad boy ballerina.
Oh my god, the shy pirate is my fave.
Or
the brooding drug lord is so dreamy.
The Boys from Brazil was a famous book and a movie about fugitive Nazis practicing cloning in Brazil.
5, 6, 7, 8. You there. Shut up. Everyone, shut up. This choreography is not working.
Time to select a category. Shake hands with the freedom to toss your cookies. $2,000 for this, baby. Damn if the man isn't always keeping you down, right? Right. Because it keeps your food down, what might your meal consider to be the man? The duodenum, the pancreas, the epiglottis, or the lower esophageal sphincter? No, I didn't make it up. Food is kept down in your stomach and out of your esophagus by your lower esophageal sphincter. And believe me, rallying against the man gets messy.
Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go.
How about picking a category? Well, you've made it to the Jack Attack. You should already know all about the Jack Attack. All you need is to get a clue. How might Snoop Dogg say that? Time to test your street cred. You might have done some real damage if you pulled your fingers out of your ass. Let's see what happened to your score. That's the game. Congratulations. You learned a lot about yourself today. But as you go through life, don't forget the most important lesson there is to learn about yourself.
You don't know Jack.
How you can fight premature ejaculate tonight. Oh.
When liberal arts majors do math. Watch them add.
All right, the hamburger was $4. The Coke was $2.50. So for me, that comes to, let's see, carry the 2.
Watch them divide.
Let's just divide it evenly. Let's see, Bill's $30, and there's 5 of us, so how much is that a piece?
Like $3.57 each, maybe?
Watch them figure out the tip.
All right. Anybody know what 15% of $30 is?
And watch them do it all over again.
All right, you guys, we are still $17 short.
We're getting change back, right?
When liberal arts majors do math.
Getting in shape doesn't have to feel like hell. Enlighten yourself. Join Christ's Gym and get the body you've always wanted without all the suffering.
This is my body.
Want rock-hard abs just like the Son of God? Well, get off that seat at the right hand of our Lord and call Christ's Gym today.
Hi, I'm Mary. Take advantage of our genuflection classes and 12-for-1 registration fee during Lent.
Praise the Lord Almighty. We guarantee you'll lose the weight of the world's sins and have more energy.
I lost 20 pounds in 40 days and nights. It's a miracle.
No, it's just good Christian living combined with our dynamic Stations of the Cross workout. Stop by today and see how the good Lord can get you a good body.
Christ's Gym, located off I-16 just east of the Parkway Drive exit. Closed Sunday.
I paint a black juju fruit upon a fish's tongue. Loneliness, sweet like a cinnamon bun. Hi, I'm Vivian from Cotillion of Woe, reminding you that children are the world's greatest resource. So spend time with the kids in your life and remember to give till it...